In this video, you will learn about data frame operations such as cast, contains, describe, head and tail. Let's import Spark session first. From PySpark.sql import Spark session. We will create Spark session and save in our object Spark. I'll write Spark and then I will call the class Spark session. From this, I will call the method builder dot get or create. Let's execute our code. Now I'll read a CSV file and make a data frame and save in a variable df. I'll write df, then I'll call the Spark session Spark. From this I will call the method read.csv. Inside this I will write my CSV file name iris.csv. I'll pass two parameter. First is info schema is equal to true. This will get us column type. The second parameter is header. This will be true. This will bring us the column names. Let's execute our code. To look at our data frame, we will use the method show. I will write df.show. This is our data frame. We have columns such as sepal length, sepal width, petal width, and species. And these are the values. First, we will look at the column types. And to look at the column types, we will use the method print schema. I will write df.print schema. And now you can see the column types. For sepal length, it is double, sepal width double, petal length double, petal width double, species is a string. First, we will look at the method cast. This cast method will convert column from one type to another. And here you can see we have all this column in double. We will convert our column sepal length, the first one, from double to string. We will convert this from double to string. Let's do that. I'll call our data frame df. From this I will call select to select our column, and we will select the column sepal length. I'll write df dot sepal length, and then I want to cast it to string. I will write dot cast, and then inside this I will pass the data type. I want to cast it to string type. I will write in double quotes string, and then I can rename this column temporary name using the method alias. I will write alias, and I will write new sepal, then dot show, and this new column is our string type column. We created this new column and we have given this alias an alias name, and that name is new underscore sepal, and we have converted its data type from double to string. This data type is of string now, and to save it and see, we will assign this to the data frame df is equal to, we will just remove this dot show from here. Now if I do df.print schema, you will see df.print schema. We have this column new underscore sepal, and this column is of data type string. We don't have other columns name here, so we'll just read this CSV file again. Now we have all this column. The next method is contains. This will return a boolean column based on a string match. For example, we want to see, let's say in this column species, we want to check whether we have this category set as a or not. We can use the method contains, and it will return us boolean. Wherever these set as a will be present, it will say true, and if set as a is not present, then it will show us false. Let's do that. I will write df dot filter, and then df dot column name species, because we want to check in the column name species whether it has category setosa or not. Dot method name is contains, and what we want to see, we want to see whether it contains setosa or not. I'll just write seto. That's enough to show dot show. Now here in the output you can see we got the setosa here, and we will get the output if it will find the match. and it found the match here Setosa. Instead of this, we can also look for other categories, and first we will see how many categories are there. I'll write df dot select, then column name species dot distinct dot show. We have total three categories. We have search for Setosa. Now let's search for versicolor. I'll just write these four alphabets. I'll copy it from here and paste it here, and then execute this code. And now in the output, you will see we got the output for this category versicolor. It found the match here, and we got the output for the species versicolor. We will also look for this Virginica. I will just copy these four alphabets and paste it here. And let's execute our code. Now we got the rows for this species Virginica. This method contains will give us result if it finds match, otherwise we won't get. For example, if I write here, let's say something else, I write data here, and we got a blank here because this data is not present in the species column. That is why we got blank here. The next method is describe. It will compute basic statistics for numeric and string columns. I'll write df dot describe dot show. I'll also have to do this dot show to see the output. And now we have this descriptive statistics for our data frame df. Because we have so many columns, we are getting output like this. So we have this summary. In this we will have this count, then here we have mean, standard deviation, minimum and maximum. Because there are so many columns in our data frame, that is why it is printing like this. If you have less column, you will get a better output where you can read your results. To get basic statistics, you can use this method describe. For example, now let's say instead of looking at the entire data frame, we can also look at for a particular column, because here we are not able to read the result. And I'm going to do the descriptive statistics for our column. Let's say this column sepal length. I'll write here df dot describe, and this time I want to get the descriptive statistics for the column sepal length. I'll write sepal length dot show, and now we got this statistics for this column sepal length. So we have this count. There are total 150 observations. Mean value in this column sepal length is 5.84. Standard deviation for this column is 0.82. Minimum value in this column is 4.3, and the maximum value in this column is 7.9. You can do this for other columns as well. Let's say for we will do this for this second column sepal width. I'll copy this column name from here. I'll go down and paste it here. Let's execute our code. And now we got the descriptive statistics for this column sepal width. Here we have same observation because total there are 150 samples. Here the mean is 3.05, standard deviation is 0.43, minimum is 2.0, and maximum is 4.4. We can also check if we get the descriptive statistics for our column species. Species is a string type. You will see here it is a string type, and the other columns are double type. Let's see if we can get it. I'll write species here, and here in the output you will get just this summary like count, total 150 observation, mean is null because this is not a continuous variable, standard deviation will be none, min setosa. We got setosa here minimum because the alphabet setosa has minimum number of letters 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. So we got setosa here for minimum, and for maximum we got this virginica because it has the maximum alphabets in this letter. Then the next function is head. This will return first row as a list of row. I'll write df dot head, and now here we got the row here. This is our first row, and our first column is sepal length, second sepal width, third petal length, fourth petal width, and fifth species. Similarly, we can do tail, df dot tail, and this is not working. Df dot tail, this is not working. We can use this head only, and we will get the row. And to look at the data frame, we use the method show, df dot show. If you just want to look at the first row, you will use this head here. You can also pass some parameter. Let's say you want to look at 5 rows. I'll put 5 here, and now you will get 5 rows: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. These are some of the methods that you can apply on your data frame in PySpark. If you like my video, you can subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.